Hi guys. So here we are talking about Civ X and what we're going to do. We're going to put all the things that we've been talking about all together. We're going to take geography, economy, government, and religion, all the things we've been discussing, and we're going to turn it over to you guys and let you guys create and make a really cool civilization. Now, you're going to be turning that into a Wii video. But before we get to the Wii video, we have to talk about the template and break each one of these pieces down. So that's what I want to show you in this example. This is a template example that I made. It says here, your objective of your task, create your own original idea and new civilization using the information that we've learned about with these four things we just talked about. Notice how I named it right away. What is the name of your civilization? I named it Seahawkotopia. So over here in my comment, I said, make sure you name your civilization and then use this theme throughout the whole template. And you will notice several places I bring up the Seahawks because my whole CivX is based on the Seahawk team. But I bring in other things as well. So let's talk. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk about geography. Okay, section one, geography and natural boundaries. So my first question, and we had this during our unit in geography, why do people live where they do in your civilization? Okay, so here's my example answer. Notice I said 2 to 3. You could use a few more sentences if need be, but be detailed. Make sure you explain your answer as I have over here in my comments. The people in my civilization live in the middle of our country. Why? We live, we have large mountains that protect our citizens and provide many resources like fresh water and thick forests. Our city, Bosworth, after Brian Bosworth, Seattle Seahawks, when he used to play in the 80s, resides in the middle of the mountains. Okay. So that's why people live where they do, because of the thick forests, the water, and the mountains to protect them. My next question says, how do people interact with the land? And again, a couple of sentences. Make sure you explain and talk about the way people have interacted and changed it. I said the people of Seahawkotopia have built dams in the rivers that provide electricity and water to homes. The people have also built many wood homes and buildings from the thick forests that surround our city. Civilization boasts, that means they're very proud of, a large bridge across our widest river. The bridge is called the Russell Wilson in honor of our founder. Again, Russell Wilson, quarterback. See the theme? Seattle Seahawks. So how do they interact? They built dams, they built a bridge, and they use the wood to build houses. This is how our people interact. And if you can be thinking about this, these are things, if you can kind of picture, you can start finding slides when you make your Wii video that will go through and answer this. Because you're also building your script. This is going to be your script as you talk and walk through this. What is the physical geography of your land? 3 examples. And as you can tell from earlier, I've kind of already set mine up. A, there are large mountains that sustain our protection from any of our enemies and give us access to the rivers below. We have large forests that provide animals for us to hunt and resources to use in our building materials. Our rivers are long and wide and provide fish to our people. The rivers also run out to the sea to provide transportation. Now, if you remember last year, this sounds a lot like Rome. Rome was built in mountains and hills, and Rome had access to the river, the Tiber River that took them out to the sea. So I kind of based my geography on Rome, ancient Rome. You can do the same thing. Go back to the geography that you studied, and you can use what you did as part of your made up Civilization X. You know what? It's kind of an easy thing to do. Remember, we did China as a group? If I wanted to, I could use all of those things I talked about when I wrote about China. I could use them right here. Of course, I'm going to give it a different name and a different theme, but I can use all those things to answer those questions. Don't reinvent the wheel. All right, so this next part here, we're talking economy. And we talked about 3 types of economy, or excuse me, we talked about 4 types of economy. We talked about traditional, we talked about command, mixed, and market. So, how does your economy connect to your geography? Well, look what I did. First of all, name it. Traditional economy is what I'm talking about. Okay, as I have over here in my comments, name it. And then here, I say what products are made. I'm not going to name the products, but I'm going to talk about the products that the people need. So check this out. Seacotopia is famous for its resources, right? It's fish, it's water, it's woods. We produce products that our citizens want and need. We never overproduce anything because of our traditional economy. Everybody gets exactly what they need, and everyone has enough food and a place to live. That's exactly what a traditional economy was that we talked about previously in our economy unit. So you can pick one of the four that we talked about, and you can go through and answer these questions using it, but of course, put your theme of your civilization in. So look at this. How are the products made? The products in our economy are made through family legacy, which is traditional. Our fishermen come from a long line of fishermen. Generation after generation of our citizens make and produce everything our civilization needs. Our tree cutters and builders have all been trained by their parents and grandparents. Again, just like a traditional economy. If you pick a command economy, make sure it's tied to your government, which of course would be a very dominant autocracy. Um, if you do a mixed economy, maybe you want to be more of a democracy. A traditional economy can really kind of be kind of any type if you really want it to be. But again, I picked traditional. Everyone, oh, who are the people who gets the products? Well, as you know, with traditional, everybody in our group, everybody in our civilization gets the products. Trust is totally what our business is based on. We make sure that everyone does business in a fair way and people are happy with the businesses that they make, that they deal with. If someone cheats someone or tries to steal from them, just like in a traditional economy, they're banned. No one from the outside is welcome to trade in our group. So again, I use traditional economy. Okay, now we're moving on to the government. And notice how I tie our government and our economy together. So check this out. Name it. I'm doing a constitutional monarchy. So I have a queen, but the queen has to answer, of course, not total authority. The queen has to answer to a council. Here's what I wrote. How are the rules and laws made? Well, just like in talking about a constitutional monarchy that you guys have studied when we did governments, we have a queen in our civilization, but the laws and rules are made by a council of elders that are the oldest citizens in our city. The council advises the queen on what to do. Our queen listens to our council, keep the citizens happy. The council makes the laws and rules, and the queen accepts them. Whenever a council member dies of old age, the next oldest person takes their place. The council also makes sure that the people selling and trading the products do it in a fair and honest fashion. That's going to tie into religion as well. Okay, we studied three. We studied a monarchy, but we studied two parts, right? A constitutional monarchy and an absolute monarchy. Pick one of the two if you wish. I picked constitutional. We studied democracy, direct democracy, or a representative democracy. You can pick one or the other if you choose. And we also talked about an oligarchy. So if you want to do an oligarchy, that's just one you can pick. So in reality, you can pick from five different types. Um, I picked constitutional monarchy for mine. Who has power and why? Well, the final power rests with our queen. Our queen comes from one of the oldest families in our civilization. She is part of a dynasty that has always been a part of our government. She does have the power to override the council. So if our queen feels that the council is really wrong on something, she can ask for approval of the citizens through a unanimous vote. And if the citizens vote for her on her idea, then it overrides the council of elders. But that hardly ever happens. They have to tie your government into the economy. The details of your government should be able to go through and answer these questions. And again, just like you did in your notes for government, use the same ones. Go back through and find the one you like and pick the one and use that for this section. And again, use your theme. What role do the citizens have? Well, the citizens of Seahawkatopia can vote to see if the Queen has a better idea than the Council of Elders. It takes a lot for the citizens to be pushed to a vote. It rarely happens. Other than the occasional vote, the citizens really have no rights. Okay? Now, here's the last part, the religion. Be thinking here. How does your religion tie into your government and really tie into everything? So, what kind do we have? Polytheism. As you see over here, polytheism. I want you guys to pick here between a monotheism, one God, and polytheism, many gods. Now, I'm not asking you to say Judaism or Hindu or anything like that. I want you to pick one God or many gods and then play on that theme. Here's my example. What god or gods are worshipped in this religion? In our civilization, we worship many gods, polytheism. We have a god in the forest called Baldwin, Doug Baldwin, receiver, Seahawk, see the theme? He protects the woods and the animals inside. We worship a god of the rivers and fish called Largent, Steve Largent. He is a very famous and legendary receiver for the Seahawks, who keeps the water pure and the fish full and plentiful. Our powerful God, all powerful God is called Marshawn, like Marshawn Lynch. We praise him through a ceremony in which we burn a lot of wood and chant beast mode, so that our resources and citizens live together in harmony. Make sure you name your God and use that theme of your overall civilization. Have fun with it. What is the book that guides the religion? The book of our religion is the Zorn, Jim Zorn, very legendary quarterback, the first quarterback really for the Seattle Seahawks. The Book of Zorn was written hundreds of years ago by a famous priest named Pete Carroll, the head coach of the Seahawks right now. This book has many chapters about how to keep the gods happy and the chants we must say to make sure that all harmony is kept. Each of our gods live in the area they watch over. So Baldwin lives in the forests and Largent lives in the rivers. So you see what I'm talking about. And then finally, here, what is the core teaching? This is how I tie everything together. The main teaching of our faith is honesty and fairness. We believe in the teaching in everything we do. This is our motto in our traditional economy, that is also in our constitutional monarchy. We believe that honesty and fairness guides us in our leadership in our daily life. Notice how everything's tied together, going all the way back up here to the top. My geography, my economy, my government, my religion all flow together. It's all under one theme, Seahawkatopia. I've gone through and answered these core questions that are the same core questions you guys answered in each one of the units we did. You notice the geography core questions are the same ones we did when we did geography. The economy core questions, yep, you got it. Same with government and religion. Tie everything together and make sure it's detailed. The reason why I'm asking you guys to do it this is going to be your script when you make your Wii video. So think about it. I'm going to make a Wii video. I'm not actually going to make one, but be thinking with me that we're going to make one in Seahawkatopia. The first thing you should see that comes up for geography is some sort of picture of mountains and forests and rivers, and then my voice over it talking about Seahawkatopia. The people of my civilization live in the middle of our country. We have large mountains that protect our citizens and provide many resources like fresh water and thick forests. That can be a slide right there. Our city, Bosworth, resides in the middle of the mountains. Maybe right there would be a great picture of the city in mountains or a village in mountains somewhere off Google Images. So each one of these things, okay, each one of these little groups here, one, two, three, each one of these explanations that you wrote about can have 2 to 3 pictures in it. So if you have 2 to 3 pictures and you take your time in reading it, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Somewhere between 25 and 30 pictures should be in your 5 minute or less, hopefully around 5 minutes, Wii video that you make. And this is going to be your script. So make sure you have full sentences, make sure everything's spelled right, make sure it makes sense and it's detailed so that when you turn in this template, this one right here, because I'm going to grade it first and go through and make comments. When I go through this template and I give it back to you, that means you can now take this template and make your Wii video. Okay? Make sure you guys have a lot of fun doing this. Be creative. You're going to have a week to do this. This is not due in 2 or 3 days. You're going to have a full 7 days to think about this, play with this, write this, tweak it, go back to it. Don't do it in one sitting. Take a couple, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days to add to it, change it, tweak it, add to it, and have fun with it. Because this is going to be the script for your final project for this year. And this is going to be weighed very, very heavily because you only have this template and your Wii video as your final grade in CivX. I'm going to give you guys 4 weeks to do it, but you have only two things going to be graded: this template and your final video. So make sure you take your time a week to make this template and turn it in so I can grade it and make comments. And then from there, you're going to turn this template into an amazing Wii video. All right. As always, if you have any questions, email me, Google Meet me, do whatever you need to do. I will have a couple of Google Meets to talk about this and answer any questions. Okay. I look forward to your creativity. Have fun with this. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys do too. Be thinking of theme. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.